Okay, welcome back. It's Tackygoods, and today we are going to work on the cuff and the cuff band. Now, the most important part of the cuff is to make sure that it goes over the hand. So we're going to take a little tiny gathering stitch all the way around here, and we're going to pull that to gather that. Then we're going to measure a piece of our band, and our band looks like this. I have it folded and pressed so that you see that it's going to be pressed and folded and sewn. So we're going to make sure that it goes around the cuff so that it slides in and out off of the hand, because it would be such a shame for this all this work that we have involved in this not to go over the hand. So we want to make sure that that slides off the hand. And then we're going to take it and we're going to sew it, open it up, and this is a good size. So right sides together, we're going to sew right here, and then turn it right sides out. And then when we have a round part, we're going to take the right side of it and we're going to match it up, slide it over, and scoot this gathered part in right here. Scoot this gathered part in right here and gather it. Then we're going to turn it at the crease, bring this side to the inside, and hem that side to the inside so it's a nice clean cuff. So give that a try. In the meantime, I wanted to show you where we are on our underpanties. Remember, we sewed the front part and the back part, and it looks like that. And then we had a waistband that we folded and folded under. And I want to show you a really easy way to put elastic in there. We wanted to leave just a little bit of a gap. Sometimes it's hard to find your gap. Sometimes I mark it with a pin, but it looks like the gap may be... Help me here. Well, let's just pretend that this is the gap, okay? Don't know where the gap is. I'm such a good seamstress. Let's see if it's over here. Sometimes I put it just to the left. Here it is. The gap is right there. Very good. Okay. So then I want to show you what I do. A good rule of thumb is the waist plus 1 inch. But you can eyeball it if you want to. I have an enormous roll of elastic that I buy at the thrift shop, and when I see this stuff, I buy it. And this is black elastic, but it doesn't matter because this is a dark skirt and it's not going to show. So what I do is I take a blunt needle, kind of like you use for hiding threads in crochet or knit. Hold on just a second. I'll put this up here, and we're going to go ahead. And you'll see that the elastic goes right in nice and easy, just like this. Just like this. Got it? So now we're going to find that gap, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to just easily thread it through, not putting a lot of pressure on it, but you'll see that that blunt tip needle works very well. It doesn't push through very much. I'm going to go all the way through, and then when I'm done, the two ends that I'm going to have, I'm going to sew like this. Do you see? Instead of together, I'm going to do one on top of the other one. Very good. And then we're going to have our elastic in there, and I'm going to do exactly the same when I finish the crotch. So let's talk about this crotch now, because that's the part that's a little tricky in a pair of underpants, because you have the pieces, and now what you want to do is you want to go across, and you want to to attach them so that you make legs and legs, and that's a V here, which I've done. So go ahead and sew that crotch seam, and then turn under about 1/4 of an inch on the leg, and then turn under about 1/2 an inch, and then go ahead and copy the same thing that you did with the elastic, and then the underpanties will be all done. We also want to start working on this little pocket, and I wanted to show this pocket to you because it's very, very cute. There's 2 pieces of material right here, so we're going to put right sides together. I find that that's the easiest way to make pockets. And we're going to just sew along this side, this little piece, the bottom, this little piece, and up again. We're going to leave the whole top part of it open. Then we're going to clip our curves, turn it, and press it. Now it's as simple as just turning this piece under and putting it on the dress if you want. But you can also hem a short piece of the matching cuff material and then turn that under, and then maybe put a cute little button or something like right there. So there's all kinds of fun things that you can do to snazzy up this. Use your own imagination and use the materials that you have. If you don't have any materials, think about it. Can you cover a button with glue and maybe one of these little pine cones, and then put it right up here? Or if you're using flowers, use a flower motif and cut out a round piece of fabric, cover it with a plastic button, glue it on there, and then sew it on. Anything that you can do that you have. Little pieces of lace and things like that. Well, we'll talk about embellishments later. You go ahead and do all of this, and then I'll be right back. Thanks a lot.